pleaded with his people to repent, warning them that God was against them, that the prophecies of destruction were about to be fulfilled. Those few who listened to him and managed to evade the zealots in their escape reached the greedy Syrians, who dissected them for the gold pieces they had supposedly swallowed before deserting the city. Those who didn't heed Josephus suffered the full fury of the Roman war machine. Having cut down every tree within miles, Titus built siege engines that hurled countless javelins, stones, and even captives into the city. From the upper marketplace to the lower Acra and the valley of cheesemongers between, the city writhed in revolt. Inside the great temple of God, the rebel leader John melted down the sacred golden vessels for himself. The righteous wept for Jerusalem, the bride of kings, the mother of prophets, the home of the shepherd King David. Torn asunder by her own people, she lay gutted and helpless, awaiting her death blow from hated Gentile foreigners. Anarchy destroyed Zion, and Rome stood ready to destroy anarchy, anytime, anywhere. Hadassah held her mother, tears blurring her eyes as she stroked the black hair back from her mother's gaunt, pale face. Her mother had been beautiful once. Hadassah remembered watching her take her hair down until it lay glistening in thick waves against her back. Her crowning glory, Papa called it. Now it was dull and coarse, and her once ruddy cheeks were white and sunken. Her stomach was swollen with malnutrition, the bones of her legs and arms clearly outlined beneath a gray overdress. Lifting her mother's hand, Hadassah kissed it tenderly. It was like a bony claw, limp and cool. "Mama?" No response. Hadassah looked across the room at her younger sister, Leah, lying on a dirty pallet in the corner. Thankfully, she was asleep, the agony of slow starvation briefly forgotten. Hadassah stroked her mother's hair again. Silence lay upon her like a hot shroud. The pain in her empty belly was almost beyond endurance. Only yesterday she had wept bitterly when her mother had uttered thanks to God for the meal Mark had been able to scavenge for them, shield leather from a dead Roman soldier. How long before they all died? Grieving in the silence, she could still hear her father speaking to her in that firm but gentle voice. It is not possible for men to avoid fate, even when they see it beforehand. Hananiah had spoken those words to her scant weeks ago, though now it seemed like an eternity. He had prayed all that morning, and she had been so afraid. She had known what he was going to do, what he had always done before. He would go out before the unbelievers and preach about the Messiah, Jesus of Nazareth. "Why must you go out again and speak to those people? You were almost killed the last time." "Those people, Hadassah, they're your kinsmen. I'm a Benjaminite." She could still feel his gentle touch on her cheek. "We must seize every opportunity we can to speak the truth and proclaim peace, especially now. There's so little time for so many." She had clung to him then. "Please don't go. Father, you know what'll happen. What'll we do without you? You can't bring peace. There is no peace in this place." "It is not the world's peace I speak of, Hadassah, but God's. You know that." He had held her close. "Hush, child. Do not weep so." She wouldn't release him. She knew they wouldn't listen. They didn't want to hear what he had to tell them. Simon's men would slash him to pieces before the crowd as an example of what became of those who spoke for peace. It had happened to others. "I must go." His hands had been firm, his eyes gentle as he had tipped her chin. "Whatever happens to me, the Lord is always with you." He'd kissed her, hugged her, then put her away from him so he could embrace and kiss his other two children. Mark